Hi guys, some of my lovely listeners have asked me to do a tutorial on this, my acoustic version of Iron Maiden's Brilliant for the Greater Good of God. If you haven't seen my version, I'll put in the description of this video, I'll put a link to it, and then in the full version I'll put a link back to this saying flip-flop all the way through. You can see I've chosen a nylon strung guitar to do this. I think you get away with a steel string if you want. I chose nylon string because I was listening to a version by a chap called Thomas Swijsen. I'm not sure whether that's pronounced correctly, but I'll put his name in the description notes. And he's a flamenco guitarist, and he does instrumental versions of metal songs. And the Iron Maiden ones, the albums are called Nylon Maiden, and he's a genius. And I've seen videos of him with Blaze Bailey singing with him. Fantastic. So that's why I've chosen a nylon string, and you'll see some of the strumming patterns are a bit flamenco-ish because of that. And the last thing I would say before I start, you might find it best if you download the music, the words and the chords, because this is quite a long song. It's got different sections, quite different sections. I like an Iron Maiden to classical music because they're quite complex. And so if you've got the words and the music in front of you, you'll be able to follow the structure of this, because I'm not going to go through every line of every verse, because the verses are fairly straightforward and pretty much the same. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll take each section separately, play it all the way through, and then show you line by line how to play them. So the first section I've called the pre-intro. It's quite a short piece, and it only appears once right at the very beginning. And that goes like this. I'll play it all the way through first and then come back. Okay, that's it. Go through it line by line. You start by forming an E minor chord, which I use my second and third fingers for always. Don't know why, but you could use your first and second if you want. It's okay. So we start with playing the bottom string, and then we do a hammer on the fifth as we form the chord. And then we do a hammer on the fourth string. Oops. I'll do that again. And that repeats. Then we take our third finger on the fifth string, slide up to the fifth fret. Repeat that again. And the fourth line, take your little finger up on the fourth string up to the fifth. Like that. I'll go through it slowly. Fifth string. Fifth fret, fourth string, little finger, slide fifth to seventh. That's the first section done. So with your little finger there on the seventh fret, we're now in the right position for the second stage, which is the intro. I call it the intro. And we stretch across those four frets, four fingers, one on each fret. And we start with our first finger on the, wait a minute. first finger on the 4th fret, 4th string, and that little finger moves from the 4th fret string to the 5th string. So we're playing that chord. That's on the 4th string, that's on the 5th string. 4th fret, 7th fret. And then we go down the strings, we go through, we play the opening first, and then we go 3, 4, 5. Oops. Like that. And with my right hand, classical music style, you walk with your first and your second fingers. First and second fingers you use a lot, and these are upstrokes. Second finger, first finger, first finger. Okay, that does that 3 times. And then you move your little finger onto the 4th string. This is all on this little bit's all on the 4th string. Like that. 7th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. And that first finger there is locked on there all through this section, and we pivot around it. So I'll just start again, do that again. Like that. 4th string. Okay, and then the next section is you play those 3 again. And then you play that first finger locked on there again. And then your second finger goes onto the 5th string. And the little finger goes up to where it was on there. So that second section goes like this. And that whole thing is played twice in the intro. So I'll do it again. Okay, that's the second section. And then we go on to the verses where the singing starts. And every verse is the same chord sequence, and the chords are 4 chords: E minor, C, G, D. And on the right hand we're going to play finger style. My finger picking is free and easy. I don't do any set patterns. Sometimes it's different to others. So it goes like this. A life that's made to breathe, eruption or event. Sorry, I've started in the wrong place. It starts like this. Are you a man of war, or a man of holy war? Too many sides to you, don't know which anymore. So many full of life, but also filled with pain. Don't know just how many will live to breathe again. Okay, so you notice I did a few twiddly bits, a musical expression, twiddly bits on the D chord, a la James Taylor. You can put your own in if you like, but do sort of. I did that, and I do that with my 3 fingers there, upwards on the first 3 strings. Or like that. Put those in lets you feel free. The second verse is exactly the same. And so that goes down to the words, some that would believe a holy war winner. And then the third verse is the same chord sequence, but in the original Iron Maiden version, this is where the headbanging starts. The guys are loud. And I was going to do it all quiet fingerstyle, but I just suddenly found myself putting a bit of power into it. And I used a flamenco technique, which is called rasgueado. There are a number of slightly different variations of rasgueado, and they've all got names. I don't know what they all are, but it involves playing with the back of your fingernails on the strings like that. And to start with, we do a fan rasgueado, where you take your right hand and form a loose fist, not a tight fist, a loose fist, and you fan your fingers out, little finger first, like that, and doing it slowly. And they go across the back, across the string, like that. We're practicing that. And the fan rasgueado, you do it to quite heavily. And then for the other part, I do, I think it's my own invention, but it might have a rasgueado name, but it goes like this. So what I'm doing now, I'm fanning my fingers all the way down, and then I'm using my first fingers like a plectrum. That's how I do it. I think some flamenco players, some I use the thumb up, bring the thumb up, but I do it with my first finger like that. So you start off with a fan rasgueado. The fire of many shots, a merry party that luxury on the reasoning only God would know. And I see lies in them, or it could be in hell. I feel he's somewhere looking from below. And then on this verse, there's an extra line. It goes onto the E minor, onto the A minor. But I don't know, A minor. So what to say? I don't know. Okay, so that's the verses. And then the next thing is what I call the chorus, which is, please tell me what life is, and all of that. And the way we play this is, you play the melody. Please tell me now what life is. You play that melody along with the singing it. So I'll play it through first. Please tell me now what life is. Please tell me now what love is. Please tell me now what war is. Again tell me what life is. Okay, so if we take that line by line, you start off with a downstroke, and then we go second string, first fret, third string, second fret, and then on the third fret. Open third, and then we go on to the fourth string, fourth fret, open G, third string, do it again, and then we play a similar melody, but this we end with two chords, a G and an E. So we start with a C, and then we play a little piece there, still on the G chord. You put your little finger on the fourth string, that's a hammer off. You can play it. And then the third line is the same thing again. Please tell me now what war is, bottom string. And then an A minor this time. And then it's the same melody. Tell me now what, then you do the two chords again. So it goes like this. C. Okay, so that's the chorus. And then we go on to verse 5, which starts more pain and misery. That's just the same with the flamenco rasgueado. More pain and misery. And then it ends, you know religion has a lot to answer for. And then comes the chorus again. The chords out there, and so on. That's the chorus again. And then we come to verse 6, and as they search to find the bodies in the sand, I go back. Iron Maiden carry on doing the headbanging on this. I bring this down again because I want the words get to me here, particularly in the world circumstances today. So I go back onto quiet mode here. And as they search to find the bodies in the sand, they find its ashes that are scattered across the land. And as the spirits seem to whistle in the wind, a shot is fired somewhere. Another war begins. So that's where I come back in with the loud stuff. A shot is fired somewhere. Another war begins. And we've seen that in recent times, haven't we? And then we go back to the rasgueado. And all because of it, you think that we will learn. So this is verse 7, and it goes on like that to the end. Somewhere there's someone dying in a frozen land. And then I pause here with the chords. Meanwhile the world is crying stupidity of man. Stupidity of man. And then we go back to the rasgueado on the A minor, similar line to what we did before. Tell me why, tell me why. And then we come back to the chorus, excuse me. back to the chorus, which I do once, I think they do it twice, I do it once, etc, etc. And then we come to a new section, which the music that I've downloaded calls this the bridge, so I'll call it the bridge. It's where the title of the song comes in. And once again, we're going to play the melody at the same time as singing it. Got to refresh my memory. So we play the E minor chord, and we start on the 4th string this time. Okay, so we go on now on the 4th string, 2nd flat. We play the chord, and then we go to the open B, open 6th, 3rd string, 2nd fret. There we go, again. So it's open 2nd, 2nd fret 3rd, open 3rd, 4th string 4th fret, open 4th, and your right hand does the walking. And then there's a scale here which goes like this. Okay, that's quite difficult. So I'm going to show you that. When I show you it, I'll play each string just to show you how it is. There's some hammer-ons and hammer-offs to ease your way through it and make it quicker, but first of all, I'll just play them all. It's too complicated. It goes like this. So we start on the 4th string. I'll break it down into sections. That's 2nd string, 4th fret, 4th fret, 4th string, open G, and then on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string open, and then come back down the scale, so I'll do that again slowly. It starts on the 4th string, 2nd fret, open, 3rd string open, 4th string, 2nd fret, onto the 2nd string open, if I do it in 3. Okay, now it's fairly quick, so if you want to do, again it's fairly free, I don't necessarily always do it at the same time, but you can do hammer offs to make it a bit easier. So we go the first hammer off, so there's a hammer on the 4th there, and then on the 2nd string, hammer off and hammer on and hammer off. And then gradually get quicker. So on the 4th string, second string, come back down the scale, third string, open, hope that's all right, I hope you can follow that, and that goes where am I? So that goes, so you start on the E minor, then you play the C, back to the E minor, the greater good of God. And then A minor, the greater good of God. Okay, so I would practice that over and over. And for me, I kept, if you stumble on it, don't give in, be patient and try and slow down. The speed of that determined the speed of the whole song for me. So you try and keep it slow so you can do that little section. But if you struggle with it, as I say, don't kick the music stand over and stop altogether and say, oh, I can't do this. Move on, do the next section, and then keep coming back to it and play the whole song all the way through, even if you trip over things, and come back to it. Okay, so what happens next? For the greater good God, chorus, for the greater good God. For the greater good God. Then the intro comes in again. This intro here. This one. But it's a bit more sort of forthright. It's not as solemn as the other one because you're in the groove now. So it does that through twice. Now in the Iron Maiden original version, they go into a fantastic long solo here, and so does Thomas Swijsen. I chose not to do that because I wanted to get back to the story, but I did do one section, which is the solo, and it goes like this. So you're just coming out of that intro. And then this is how it goes. Wait a minute. That's it. So you start on an E minor, you go on to the third string, and then you play the chord. On the fourth string, and then you go form the C chord and play the same thing. And then I'll start again. G. Slowly. So we start on the third string, E minor, play the fourth string, third string, C chord, and then you play the same thing. goes through twice. Okay, so that's there, and then it goes to the chorus again. For the greater good of God. Sorry, it goes to the chorus again, which is please tell me now what life is, and so on. It goes to the chorus there, and I'll play that through once. Again, I think they do it twice, but I'll keep it a bit shorter. Play it through once, and then you do the bridge again. For the greater good of God. And then the very last verse is a shorter verse, and we go back to the finger picking. And it goes, He gave His life for us, He fell upon the cross to die for all of those who never mourn His loss. It wasn't meant for us to feel the pain again. Tell me, A minor, why? Tell me why. And then we do a short version of the intro, and it does the second part of the intro like this, slowly. That's the end. I hope that's all right. It's quite complex, and you'll have to stop the video and go back and have a cup of tea and come back to it and practice each section separately. But as I say, if you're struggling with any of the sections, don't kick yourself and just move on and come back to it. Move on, come back to it. Okay, very good luck. If you've got any questions, I'll try and answer them. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for listening. Cheers. Bye-bye.